Oh, what the fuck?
Saw dudes, I am Siege YouTuber, welcome to video, and today we're going to be taking a look at patch, and patch notes of a test server patch notes. There are big changes in patch, and it's really important that you guys pay attention to every little detail in patch notes so that you don't miss a beat. Take a look at the kids on the street. No, they never miss a beat. No, they never miss a beat. Never miss a beat. Never miss a beat. Beat. I'm gonna take a... I got coffee down my windpipe. Okay, long story short, ADS time was increased for all weapons. We got a minor buff to Blackbeard. We got a nerf to Echo. We got a buff to Ela. We got a buff to Finka. We got a nerf to Jager. A nerf to Maestro. And an indirect buff to Nuck and Smoke, as well as a little bit of a Ying buff as well. So let's talk about those. Now, if you're on Siege Twitter, you already know about this because you've already seen somebody complaining about it. It's an ADS time increase for every weapon class, but not every weapon class is being adjusted in the same increments. It's not proportional. And that's what's got some people a little bit ticked off. So I'll read it aloud to you. Assault rifles are being increased from 0.3 seconds to 0.4 seconds. Assault rifles and DMRs, actually, so just a little bit under half a second to fully ADS with those. SMGs are going to be what assault rifles were in Ember Rise, going from 0.20 seconds to 0.30 seconds. LMGs are going from 0.40 to 0.45, so just a little bit slower than assault rifles and DMRs. Pistols are going from 0.10 to 0.20. Shotguns are going from 0.20 to 0.25, and here's the kicker that's got some people a little bit irritated. SMGs in secondary slots. So SMG 11, SMG 12, Bearing 9, they're all going from 0.10 to 0.35. Okay, let me read that back to you. SMGs, like the MP5, 0.30 second ADS time. SMG 11 type guns, 0.35 seconds. They are slower to get your gun up. Yeah, this is gonna get dialed back, or at least it should if Ubisoft isn't smoking crack. Because if you were on crack, I think it's completely understandable for you to think this is a good idea. If you were not on crack and you thought this was a good idea, then I don't know what to tell you, because I think that is a crazy opinion for a not crack smoking person to have. Watch this gunfight. I don't win this gunfight with a 0.35 second ADS time. I do win this gunfight with a 0.35 second ADS time, but I am already halfway through my magazine, and pretty much I gotta reload after every kill I get with a secondary SMG. These guns are not easy to use. I don't understand the rationale behind adding more skill gap to do what? To keep people with good aim from getting kills with them? Like pistols, I think there should be a distinction between pistols and fully automatic secondaries, maybe like 0.25 or 0.22. But more ADS time than the Roni? Hello? What are we doing? I can make a whole video talking about why this is a bad change, in my opinion. But then that'll defeat the purpose of the video, so I'm just gonna move on. Blackbeard gun an ADS buff without the shield. I don't play Blackbeard. I don't give a fuck. Uh-oh, you freaking Echo nerds. Y'all just got nerfed. Dokebi can hack cameras and look into your yokai drones. Echo also had Dokebi's number blocked. But apparently they're on good terms now. You know, I don't know what happened. You know, maybe they just had a little conversation, had a little fling, made up. It's fine. I mean, this dude had her number blocked as soon as she rolled up. He was having none of that noise. None of it. So, I don't know. Maybe they're good now. Jokes aside, a lot of Echo mains are pretty irritated about this one. You guys expressed your criticism of this one strongly, and I get it. I really do. At the same time, me personally, I'm not really a big fan of lore-based balance reasons. I'm not a fan of Operator A being a counter to Operator B because they got into an argument at the lunch table or something. I'm not a fan of Zofia and Ela countering each other's concussive effects just cause lore. Especially when it's not even explained in the operator description. Like, you just kind of have to figure it out for yourself. If you're gonna dial Echo back, if you're gonna dial Echo's lore tweak here because it's supposedly unbalanced, I think you need to do that across the board. You can't just cherry pick. But that's just for the logic bomb. I never really understood why Dokebi couldn't hack into the yokais when she can hack into everything else. I don't think that's consistent. So, Dokebi being able to hack into Echo's stuff, fine. But take away all the dumb, like, lore balancing crap. Take away Zofia and Ela's little dynamic, too, because that's basically the same rationale we're going by. Now, I know all of you have a buddy who's an Ela main, and every patch, he goes, Dude, they definitely did something with the Scorpion. This shit feels so smooth, bro. This feels nice. Bro. Compensator? No grip? Red dot. Trust. Okay, dude, trust me. Personally, the first 16 shots of Ela's gun getting a little bit of a recoil buff, I think that's okay. I think that's fine. It'll keep people from spam firing. It'll keep people from mag dumping with it. Ela's gun just stinks, man. I don't know how you guys do it. There's a lot of gunners out there that make Ela work. I can't. I hate playing Ela. I cannot use that gun to save my life. Alibi? Pretty different story, because her gun's more controllable. So hopefully this will actually incentivize playing Ela more. Finka's gun, the Spear 308, is getting a damage buff up to 42. I didn't even know that the damage on this gun was that low. That's like, ugh. I mean, yeah, that gun was trash. That should have been buffed a long time ago. What the hell? This is a change to Jager concerning damage for his 416. It's going from 43 to 38. So we're basically turning Jager's 416 into a submachine gun with slower ADS time. Just to really irritate you Jager mains, the 416, if this patch goes through, has the same damage as a UMP 45. You know, that gun that sucks? Yeah, same damage. A little bit faster fire rate. And slower ADS time. Dumb. I have no clue why. It's basically gonna make Wamai one of the most competitive operators now. He's gonna get higher in the power rankings per se, because his AUG, which I know a lot of people use the MP5K instead. I use the MP5K too, but the AUG's not a bad gun, and it has a 42 damage rating. So, a lot of people talking about Jager's pick rate. They're saying that his pick rate is too high. We need to curb his assault rifle a little bit to make him less of a crutch pick, because he has a very, very good gadget, one of the best gadgets in the game, and a very good assault rifle. Okay, 40 damage is fine. 38? Also, I disagree with the idea that if Jager's pick rate is high, we should nerf him because his pick rate is too high. His win delta off of that same chart we're consulting, where his pick rate is sitting at around 90%, is like 49. So his impact on the game's balance is clearly not an issue. You know who has a high win delta and a high pick rate? Legion. Hello? Do we hear anything from Yubi on that? Nope. Crickets. Jager has a high pick rate because his gadget is fundamentally baked into the core of Siege. Projectiles are very important in Rainbow Six Siege. So if you want to nerf Jager, maybe you should stop adding so many projectile attackers, Ubisoft. I think 40 damage would have been fine. 38 puts Jager's gun on par with other submachine guns with worse handling. I don't agree with this change at all. The FMG9 got a damage buff, and now we see what my friend Proficus was concerned about when we started recycling guns and giving them to more operators. As soon as we buff one gun that exists on another operator's kit, we're gonna have to buff it on their other kit as well. FMG9 gets buffed, so now Nook and Smoke both get an FMG9 buff, which is fine. I think the FMG9 was already a good gun as it is. So now that it has even more damage, you're not gonna have to rely as much on headshots. It'll be a little bit easier to use now, and I think that's okay. A decent gun, you know, maybe like a 7 out of 10 gun, probably more like a 7.5 now. So good for Nuck and Smoke. Maestro mains, I'm sorry, but Ubisoft finally had to do it to you. They had to take away your ACOG. I don't think there were too many of us who didn't see this one coming. Maestro has an 81 magazine gun with really high damage, really high fire rate. It was a freaking headshot machine. There are a lot of people that are irritated about this one because they think that removing ACOGs doesn't really affect the balance of the gun that well, and good players are still going to be able to take advantage of it. Some players actually prefer using close range sights. As I try to kind of improve my gameplay and I'm trying to improve my aim, doing a lot of aim trainers and stuff like that, I'm starting to get there as well. I'm starting to realize, hey, maybe having a wider field of vision with a close range sight in certain instances is better than having an ACOG. But the thing that makes it different in Rainbow Six Siege, I think, is that ACOGs help guns become headshot machines. They make target acquisition for heads much, much easier. So in the case of Maestro, I don't think he really needed that. I still think it's kind of hilarious how we haven't taken away Twitch's ACOG, and we're gonna do all these balance changes and all this tweaking for Twitch's gun in order to make sure almost that she keeps her ACOG, but we're not gonna like nerf the damage or up the recoil on the Alda. We're just gonna be like, take away the ACOG. That'll fix it. It's kind of frustrating how Ubisoft sets a precedent here and then doesn't set a precedent here. But I thought it was gonna happen eventually. I just, you know, take it away from Twitch too, please. Please, God, just, I'm tired of Twitch. Ying got a little bit of a buff too. Her charges detonate faster, and it's also 7 pellets of flashy stuff as opposed to 6. So there you go, Ying mains. I hope you like that. But that's gonna do it for me. Overall, the SMG ADS time, not a fan. I don't disagree with the idea of nerfing Jager. I just think that Ubisoft should set their priorities maybe a little bit differently. Pick rate is such an arbitrary statistic to me. I think the only thing that should be taken into consideration when we're talking about operator balance is, are they winning an exorbitant amount of games? Is this operator winning way too much as opposed to this operator? That's all I think should be taken into consideration. That's why Lion was overpowered, and that's why he got quarantined from Pro League. Also, these statistics that everybody's talking about, oh, the pick rate, oh, the win delta, these are ranked statistics, ranked, not competitive. So yeah, a lot of people who think their aim is better than it actually is, play Jager. What? Whoa, what a revelation. I had no idea. Jager is not a commonly banned operator. His role in the game is just integral to how Siege works. And I don't want Ubisoft to do the Overwatch thing where it's like, oh, this is the meta, this is how the game is played, change it! Change it! The NFL isn't nerfing the West Coast offense because Matt Nagy won't give the ball to his running backs, okay? Like, we're not just gonna change the nature of the game just because dummies don't know how to use an operator, don't know how to play call, to make an analogy. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Obviously, because these opinions are contrarian, they are wrong, and I am an idiot, and I don't know anything about Rainbow Six. So because I'm an idiot that doesn't know anything about Rainbow Six, please go argue with me on Twitter, at Yun, spelled Y-U-N-G, _Gregor. Every operator that has a good gadget should only have a pistol, and if you can aim, I hate you, and that's not what this game is about. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this in the future for future patch notes. Alright? Deuces.